La Chiesa del Crocifisso. Very, very sweet indeed. The first church that we see as we enter into Radicondoli. That's funny. Black and white photography exhibition down this gorgeous little street. We came to Radicondoli about 3 or 4 years ago and fell in love with it then and thought it was so sweet. Since then, it's gone through quite a change. In the last couple of years, the Commune of Radicondoli have created a project to try and get more people come and live here. Now, I can see a change in it myself. They say that they have sold quite a few houses because of that project. And businesses like this one weren't here last time David and I were here. There's a lot of artistic people coming here, as you can see from this Amnos Atelier Art and Light Studio. I'm just loving these beautiful light fittings in this window, and it's wonderful to see. They've obviously done this exhibition here in the street as well, and lots of beautiful black and white photography, and it's really starting to come back to life. But the project for renting still goes on, so we're going to talk to you a little bit about that during the video. I could also smell beautiful baking bread, and this is also new since last time we were here. Autoctona forno artigianale. So they make all their own bread, and they do food and wine and enoteca. So yet again, something new and interesting here. Some very, very groovy photography throughout. Oh, and I do remember this. This is the beautiful little Teatro dei Risorti. I have footage of us walking down this road once before. Do you remember, David? We really enjoyed it last time. It's just as beautiful now, but it has definitely changed just slightly for the better, let's say. I can see there's a little bit more life, which is just exactly what they needed. Caffè della Pergola. I remember seeing this beautiful restaurant. It has an amazing vine-covered pergola out the front with the most incredible views. Looks like it's closed just at the moment, although it is Saturday morning. It's not even lunchtime yet. They may not open until the evenings, or maybe they're closed for holidays. I'm not sure if you can see, but it's just gorgeous. So let's go back down into some of the main streets now and show you through the main shopping street, if you like. There's lots of services. We've already walked by a post office. We've walked by a really lovely another forno and pasticceria further down. So you've got food, you have your services, cafes and beautiful restaurants, and obviously a few more shops, as I said, than what I saw last time, which is a great thing. And I can see a Vendici sign on a beautiful doorway straight ahead of me. So there are homes to sell that are not part of the project, obviously, but a great community to live in, I would imagine. Here we are back on the main road. Let's have a wander. So there we have another lovely shop along the main street here. And I can see the cafe ahead where we had coffee last time, and it was awesome. So here's Il Nazionale Cafe, where I have a photograph of me sitting out the front under those very same tiles, I can remember. And it was really quite lovely. And from memory, I think they have beautiful views out the back of this restaurant as well. They have cafe and restauration. So yes, I can see the balconies out there. So we may go back in there for another coffee after. Oh, that's funny. I was just saying to David, I can smell fresh soap as we're walking down the street, and there's a lavanderia here. So a self-service lavanderia, which is always a great thing in a village. We have one in Chiani where we live, and it really helps people when they're in perhaps a small apartment where they don't have big washer dryers and things like that. So another good service to have in the village. Now this looks like a beautiful new store that I don't remember seeing at all. Radicondoli, il gusto della terra. And David straight away spotted these bottles that look absolutely beautiful. They look like a melograna or pomegranate liqueur or wine, perhaps. I mean, that kind of bottle, I think it's probably more of a liqueur. Well, we're going to have to go and check that out, my love. Fantastic. Pretty plates. Gorgeous. This is yet again something that is new since we were here. Someone's been renovating, by the looks of things, this lovely tall building here, little skinny building but with lovely new balconies. It's great to see changes happening. I believe through their initiatives from the Commune with the help buying houses, there was something like 30 or 40 homes sold, which is really big for a small community. So that's a wonderful, wonderful congratulations to the Commune, actually, because it's a wonderful thing, isn't it? A very successful result. And obviously now with helping with people rent, that's important because a lot of people can't buy, but they would happily rent in a beautiful community like this. So now I'm in one of the main piazzas here in Radicondoli, which I remember filming last time, and there's a lovely agriteca here, so it's a restaurant and enoteca right on the piazza. You have the most magnificent church here, and I remember writing down the name last time because it was a long one. I think it's two saints, so I'll have to look at it again. By memory, I think it was Santa Giusta and another saint. I must check that. And you have the war memorial statue there, and you can see that they're setting up in the corner a big hanging copper pot, and you'll see that there's a few little tents because very soon they're having their chestnut festival. And also I was told in early November, they hold a really beautiful Christmas festival, which they say all the streets are decorated and it's absolutely beautiful. So that would be a great time to come and visit if you've never been here before. We've just spent a lot of time in this little shop here in the corner next to the church with the most beautiful Giovanna, who is a lady who lives here. She spoke to us quite at length about what a beautiful place it was to live, what a tight community they are, how much they look after one another. So if that's the kind of community you're looking for, a bit like where we live in fact, well then this is another great place to look into because it really is a beautiful community. That's Giovanna's shop just there, Pacini, Pietro e Figlio. But the lovely Giovanna is the wife, and you'll find her in there. And it wasn't pomegranate liqueur, it was pomegranate perfume with the sticks like infusers for your house. So poor David was a little disappointed that he didn't get to buy what he said was limoncello but with pomegranates. Never mind, another time, darling. La Visione. Oh, we just passed this and David said, oh, look at that, that's a gym. There's gym equipment inside. That's very new as well. So someone started a gym, and we've decided to come back to our little cafe where we went last time, which was so lovely, and see if we can have something light. Just showing you that while we're sat here opposite the cafe is the Farmacia, which is still open, and it's 1 o'clock, I think, and they're still open, which is great. And we're just sitting having a little drink, and we've ordered a sandwich. I remember now when we went in this place, I said to them last time to have something light, and it came straight back to me. As soon as the lady spoke to me, she said, you can have whatever you want. You just tell me what you want and I will make it. There wasn't a menu. I find that really, really cool, although it puts you on the spot because you think, oh, what do I really want?
Gotta think about it.
So, but it's very, very sweet, and they're very, and the young man was even telling us, oh, do you realize you picked up 2 orange drinks that are different? One is bitter and one is sweeter. And I went, no, we didn't, but that sounds perfect. I like bitter things. But he was very particular. They're very, very friendly and sweet. And there we go, we have a nice, real homemade sandwich there. We just got tuna, tomato and mayonnaise, but it's a really nice rustic homemade sandwich. Ah, grazie signora, perfetto, grazie. Ah, there we go, buon appetito, amore. These are some of the absolutely spectacular little back walkways of Radicondoli. As you can see, each home is so beautifully cared for. They're so clean. The little walk areas are beautifully paved. All these little streets going backwards and forwards, and look at that wonderful porta right down the bottom and that gorgeous vista. Let's just walk down this way, little way. Unità sanitaria locale. So that is a medical room there. We're walking under a beautiful archway here. Can you imagine this being your home? Oh, someone's having a bit of a chat in the house there. Another little tiny walkway there back up to the main street. I love all these little back streets like these in these beautiful villages. These beautiful outlooks from people's gardens. I can see lots of persimmons on that tree. Need picking. Another lovely property there with a garden with a beautiful outlook. Grapes, yes, darling. These little villages just have so much character, so much history. And when you see them so well kept like this, and yet needing people to come and live here and love them, it makes you question why people have left. But I understand the reasons through history why people have to leave and go to cities. But if you're seeking the quiet life, look at that little door, isn't it gorgeous? Like we did when we chose to come and live in a little village in Tuscany, then a place like this could be absolutely perfect for you. And back to the main street now. This is the name of the project. Vivo a Radicondoli, and there's your QR code. If you'd like to go onto the website and find out more information about the project here, just click on that. That lovely photographic exhibition that we saw in one of the back streets earlier on seems to continue down here with a different style. Almost looks like it could be people from here. Let's have a look and see what it says. Ascoltare I bordi. Again, you have a QR code if you'd like to look at more at what these exhibitions are all about. Ooh, big renovation here. That's really interesting, that beautiful arch. The person's been allowed to turn it into an artist studio, and it's got a lovely garden behind.
Darling, you've been on my mind. Gonna love you till the end of time. And I know you're the one. Our story's just begun. I'm never gonna let you go.
And this is absolutely laden, this wall, with passion fruits. Is no one picking these either? Oh gosh, I love passion fruit. Gorgeous. That's so unusual. The rosemary is flowering. It tends to do that in spring, and yet it's getting a cold autumn. Who knows what's going on? Maybe Radicondoli has its own little climate here. Sometimes places have little microclimates, don't they? Oh, yet another large, sprawling garden again, overlooking all those beautiful views. What a delightful, tranquil place to live. This truly is the good life to me, these kind of places. What do you think? Could you see yourself somewhere like this? Someone with a sense of humour. This could possibly be one of the ones that's part of the project because it's being done up now. A really sweet old building here that's obviously being restored, which is great to see. But as you can see via my lens, most of the homes are in absolutely beautiful condition. David loves these things on there. He loves the bars on there. Yes, he loves those. They are beautiful. Oh, we're back to that wonderful walkway. Oh, now we're right on top of the lovely porta. Look at that. Isn't that a stunner?
There's only one thing I know for sure.
We've just found another very tall, beautiful home that obviously has just been renovated. Not quite finished by looks of things, but everything brand new. It's going to be stunning, and gosh, my eyes are drawn to this wonderful double gate because we need one for our home, and that is a beauty. Look what we've just found, a little baby amphitheatre just below all the homes, and look at the outlook. And that just below it is that road that we accidentally drove down at the beginning. You didn't see us do that, but while we were looking for parking, and it has a beautiful pathway. It's like where you do your evening passeggiata, as they call it, to watch the sunset and look out over the beautiful, beautiful hills. So pretty. And it's not even a good day today, but it's still magnificent.
Mi hanno detto che a respirare si impara presto e così naturale. Mi hanno detto che puoi respirare ogni secondo, non ci devi pensare.
Angiolino di Gutram Prochaska Jr. 2011.
Street partnership.
Ah, yes, I was just reading it in Italian, but it's in German and English as well. There you go.
Si respira dove l'aria c'è, dove l'aria c'è, dove l'aria cieca si insinua, si respira dove l'aria c'è, dove l'aria c'è.
It is very rich with very, very beautiful architecture. And it's so beautiful to see it so well kept. Absolutely spotless. You can see as we walk all these streets how beautifully clean and well kept they are. People are very house proud. There are beautiful little gardens, as you can see, and flowers everywhere. And we're not even in summer now, we're edging on to winter. So it's not the best time for it. Look at that. Oh, someone's coming down this way. I'm quite certain we've wandered through all those streets and made our way back up to the main road again, I think, darling. Looks like it. Oh, and right opposite, the Ufficio Consulenza, and I can't read from here, and Multiservizi. So that was the parrucchiere there. We'll wander back down towards where we have our car. So You've got another little food place there by the looks of things. That's public assistance. They have the little things on the walls. We have those in Chiani, the defibrillators. They have them through a lot of the villages now, which is excellent. There's your Visit Radicondoli tourist office, which is fabulous. The Circolo, which is an old-fashioned kind of community cafe that many country villages still have. That looks like the municipio down there with the flags on it. We're back at the beginning where we started with that beautiful church that we went into. And then we're going to wander down to where we parked. Oh, let's have a look. Oh yes, Radicondoli Festival 2025, 12 to 31 July. Oh, lots and lots and lots of participants there. Il tempo del silenzio. How wonderful. They do have a lot of lovely festas here from what I am told. Where we stayed in Colle Valdersa last night, the lovely man who owns the hotel there was explaining to us that Radicondoli is actually one of his favourite little towns, and that they do have wonderful festas, and that he's participating himself in the Christmas festival that they'll be having in November, which sounds wonderful. As you can see, it's showing the signposts here towards Siena, Firenze, or Castelnuovo, Val di Chiana, I think it is, and Pomerance. Let's just cross over and have a look at this beautiful walkway. This is where I was saying that the lovely pathway wanders all the way down this tree-lined street, and you can go for a long, long passeggiata, which I'm sure people do on summer evenings. But I did see some older people sitting here earlier on in the sun. That looks like the parking for the municipio. My error, that lovely big building is actually the scuola, which makes perfect sense because look what is parked at the front. Two very groovy and very, very modern scuola bus, school buses taking the children to and from in the surrounding area. And directly opposite the school, you have the post office, which was open when we first arrived. They're now closed for lunch. And then the other forno that I was talking about, panificio, pasticceria, which is all of your cakes. That's always a nice thing to have in a village for the sweet tooths. And does it say here, forno di Radicondoli? There you go. And it was bustling with people when we parked our car, so it must be good. Well, we've done a really good tour of the village, have we not, darling? And we hope that you've enjoyed it, and it's giving you a lot more insight to the kind of life you could have living in a beautiful Tuscan village that really needs you. Arrivederci. Ciao, Radicondoli. We love you. You are wonderful. See you next time.
Very beautiful.
Ciao.
Ciao.